Before we get into the video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Raid Shadow Legends, today's video sponsor. This is a mobile and PC game where you can fight noble kings and dark wizards. Introducing my favorite faction in the game, the Lizard Men. The Lizard Men are humanoid, primitive, amphibious bipeds. They are found in swamps and city sewers. My favorite champion is the Slither Brute. It's got a cool amphibious look, it's carrying a very big knife, and it's a melee character, and it's got a very dirty looking hook behind it. It has the skill Snatch to grab buffs from the other champions, which is very handy in the game. I used it in the campaign mode to 1v1 a final boss, and it was a pretty epic fight in the end. This month, Raid is releasing Doom Tower, 14 new champions, and Bulwark to help you get started in the tower and beat all the bosses that you possibly can. If you want to dive into Raid, just hit the link in the description and get your free Void Champion, XP Booster, 50 gems, energy refills, and an ancient shard. You can get these rewards in your inbox for only 30 days, so make sure you get them as quick as possible. You can find me under PIMPNITE, and maybe if you're fast, you can also join into my clan. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description, and I'll catch you in the Raid game. What's up, it's you for today's video. We're full Peony Pokemon team. This is going to be Peony's exact team from the games. If you want to follow me on Twitch, make sure you do this where I do all my live streams, Pokemon sweeps, theme teams, shiny hunts, and all other stuff like that. Link in the description of the video. Okay, so today's battles, this one was actually done on my Twitch. Now, unfortunately, I won't have as crisp as raw quality as I normally do on my videos because, unfortunately, the raw video got corrupted. So that was really a shame. However, I was lucky enough to go onto my Twitch and get the, the raw footage from the stream. It is a little bit lower quality, and there might be a couple of little emotes flying across the screen, but the main thing is we got the footage back. Okay, so we got the exact moves in Pokemon that Peony has on his team. It's very similar to Chairman Rose, except for like one Pokemon. So we got a Reflect here. Also, this is a battle against Simon as well. Simon has got a Magnezone lead. I'm going to be going for a Throat Chop here. This is a max health and max attack Berserker. We've got on this one, obviously Throat Chop was my only way to do any damage to it. So we've got U-Turn, Iron Head, those sort of moves, like exact moves that they use in the game. So now it's going to be setting up a Reflect and a Light Screen as well, so it's going to be fairly tanky. So my best move I could really use with Throat Chop. That's really all I could use. Like C-Bomb, Iron Head, we're not going to do much there at all, right? I actually quite don't mind Berserker. It's an interesting Pokemon. It is very barren though. So I'm going to hit by a Thunderbolt. Magnezone's got very good special attack, and unfortunately I take that very badly. I do manage to live though and get another Throat Chop off. Now at this stage it is going to outspeed me and take my Berserker out, and there's nothing I can really do about it. Now on Peony's team, I've only got 5 Pokemon to use as well, which made the battles pretty hard. Also, it was sort of a mono steel type team as well, so if I come across any fire types, it was pretty nasty. So we're going to go into Bronzong. Bronzong's got Flash Cannon, Extra Sentry, Calm Mind, and Shadow Ball. I ran this one also as max health and max special attack. Now I gave it the item Quick Claw as well, so maybe I can get some Calm Minds up, then get a Quick Claw activation and take the opponent out. Now Thunderbolt is going to be paralyzing my Bronzong here, unfortunately. I guess if Quick Claw activates, it doesn't really matter, but if it does activate and get paralyzed, well, I'm going to be a bit salty about that. So I know that I can take this out. I've got Shadow Ball, that's my only move here. I know that I can live another Thunderbolt too from this Magnezone. So they took a little while to make the move. I was thinking, they might actually swap out here and maybe save their Magnezone for later on, but they decided to stay in and go for another Thunderbolt on Bronzong. Does a pretty good amount of damage to me there. I'm going to go for Shadow Ball and finish the Magnezone off. So that's good. Finally getting that Pokemon, out of the way there. So we finally took one Pokemon down. Oh, also tomorrow I will have a Pokemon sweep up, and it's a really good one. So, yes, if you are watching this video today, got something good to look forward to tomorrow, man. We've been on the, I hope people have been enjoying the daily videos too. I've been on the grind trying to get this, content out every single day and giving you guys something fresh. So I really hope you've been enjoying it. So Morpeko is going to come in here. Once again, there's not a lot I can really do here. I've got Flash Cannon as my only option. I know the Crunch or the any sort of like electric type move, Aura Will is going to be coming away and taking my Bronzong out. So down goes Bronzong, and I've lost 2 of my 5 Pokemon already. So Morpeko is going to transform into its Hangry mode there, and we're going to go into Scissor. So Scissor was definitely the best Pokemon on this team. We got a max health and max attack one. This team was very slow as well. There wasn't really any fast Pokemon. So we got X Scissor, Wing Attack, Double Hit, and Bullet Punch, and Technician, of course, as Sympathy, and the item as a choice band. Now, the Morpeko actually set up Electric Terrain there. I had to cut a little bit out of the battle. There was like a thing on the screen. So, yeah, that's why the Electric Terrain is on the field. So it's got the Focus Sash as the item. The Reflect is going to wear off, and it's going to go back into its non-hangry form. And I can go for any move here. I've got Bullet Punch again. Sorry, I've got Assault Vest in this, not a Choice Band. What am I talking about? So Zapdos, they're going to swap out their Morpeko. I had to sort of cut a little bit there, and Zapdos is going to fly into the battle. It's going to have Electric Seed as well, boosting its defense. So Bullet Punch, well, let's face it, it's going to do nothing to a Zapdos, right? And now it's going to go for a Thunderbolt on my Scissors. Scissors takes it very well because I've got that Max Health and Assault Vest, right? So I went for Double Hit before, and it actually, it didn't really do very much damage at all, and it also missed too, which kind of sucks. Double Hit's really, I'd say, like, Double Hit's sort of really only good on, like, maybe Ambipom. That's about it with, like, Technician. So Zapdos is going to be setting up another screen. Like, what's with all these screens? And here comes a Double Hit, and it's going to land on the Zapdos. So I need, like, one more Double Hit to take out these Zapdos here. Now, I can go for a Bullet Punch here to maybe take it out. It's going to be very, very close. Like, I did it probably about that much damage when it swapped in. So it's like, yeah, let's just go for that. Maybe the next turn when I'm, like, already taking, like, one more hit, right? So go for Double Hit, and Zapdos is going to go down. So, unfortunately, Double Hit's going to miss. So now I'm going to have to go for the Bullet Punch that I planned for the next Pokemon. So that's a bit of a shame there. So I got to do that even though it's not very effective. Scissor was definitely probably the best Pokemon. Well, it was just a very solid Pokemon on my team. Like, Scissor's a great Pokemon, right? So, Zapdos is going to go down. Now, we're taking out two Pokemon. They are running a theme team as well. You might be able to guess what it is. Leave it below in the comment section if you can guess. In comes the Lantern. They've also got a full team of 6 too. So my best option here is to go for an X Scissor. Now, I want to point this out too. With all my character teams, I was only allowed to use Dynamax or Gigantamax on the Pokemon. Now, Peony actually Gigantamaxes his Copperaja. So if you are wondering if you've seen that in the games already. So here we go. We got a Dynamax Lantern here, and this is going to be really, really bulky. Like, definitely bulky. I'm probably going to need, my Copperaja to actually do some sort of damage to Lantern, right? And I was a little bit worried it might have a weakness policy too. So we've got the Max Geyser Lantern, and it's going to put the rain on the field, which is going to be very, very bad. I'm not really sure if it's running a special set or a physical set at this stage. I don't really know. Like, usually a special is a little bit stronger, but you just never know, right? So it's going to be raining, and my Scissor is going to be going down. I've got 2 more Pokemon left here, and to actually swap into the battle. So I was like, okay, let's go into Aggron now. So Aggron, this is almost exactly Chairman Rose's team, except for Aggron. Like, Aggron swaps like with another Pokemon. So we've got Body Press, Stone Edge, Crunch, and Iron Head. We got the ability as Sturdy as well. So I was like, you know what? Let's go for Stone Edge, and I've got Max Attack and Max Speed on this set. So Stone Edge hits some pretty good damage there on the Lantern. Lantern's going to go for a Max Geyser. That is definitely going to take me all the way down to my Sturdy, right, which is fine. Now, I can hit it pretty hard with one more Stone Edge, and that's almost going to be taken out, which is going to be kind of good. Now, the item I gave my Aggron here was actually a Salad Berry to boost its speed even more. So the light screen is now going to wear off. I'm going to be pretty fast with this Aggron. I ran it as a Adamant Nature so I could get, the full boost out of its attack. So go for Stone Edge. They're going to go for Max Guard, and that's going to be doing nothing. Now, since they're out of Dynamax now, they are definitely prone to be actually getting fainted by this. Whether I hit Stone Miss or not, is another. That's a whole nother story, right? Now, I was thinking for a bit, do I go for Stone Edge or do I just go for a Body Press? This for some damage. I was like, I'm behind a fair bit. Let's go for Stone Edge and hope for right. And instead of actually staying in with the Lantern, they're going to go to a Morpeko. I was like, oh no. I really, really hope this doesn't miss because then they can easily take me out. And it connects. And Morpeko is going to go down. Like that little face there. That's what Morpeko was thinking. That little blue face. I think it's meant to be a Quagsire. Anyway, so we got a 3 Pokemon down and 3 Pokemon remaining, right? Now, Aggron wasn't bad once it got its Select Berry up, hit pretty hard. So now we got Dragozolt as the next Pokemon here, and I was like, okay, well, the best move I can go for here is either Stone Edge, miss that, or go for Body Press. I didn't have lots of options, so I was like, let's go for Stone Edge and hope it lands, and then it's going to outspeed me with a Bolt Beak. I'm like, oh, man, it's going to be Choice Guys. So down goes my Aggron there. So, I've got Copperaja as the last Pokemon. The rain is going to stop on the field as well. So, it's going to stop raining. So I had to swap in Copperage. I had to do a tiny little cut there, just swapping in, so nothing happened there. So I've got high horsepower. That's going to be my best move. Heavy slam, superpower, and play rough. I've got max health and max attack on this set. It's very, very bulky, right? But I don't know. With Copper, I feel like the two most, I wouldn't say hated, but forgotten. Not forgotten either. Just like G-Max Pokemon people don't really care about are Copperager and Dreadnought. I feel like those are the two that people don't care about too much. What do you feel like? I feel like, I definitely feel like Dreadnought is that. So here comes the Bolt Beak. Bolt Beak is going to miss. I'm going to go for a Max Quake here. Now, Max Quake is going to bolster my special defense, and Dragazult is absolutely going to get dominated there. Giving me a nice special defensive boost as well. Its special defense isn't really the greatest in the world. So that's down. That's really good Bolt Beak miss, because that would have done a lot of damage. So in comes the Vikavolt. Unfortunately, I cannot actually use that. I've got to use another move. So I've got Play Rough as my only real option here. I could go for a Max Knuckle to boost my attack, but I thought I just want to get damage against this thing, right? If I go for like maybe 2 Max Starfalls, that should be enough to put a very big dent in it, right? Depending what EVs the Vikavolt was running. Say if it was running like Max Health, you know, it'd probably be about like 2 to 3 hit KO, depending on that sort of thing. So I decided to go for the Play Rough there. It's going to go for a Protect. Like, damn, that really sucks. They're going to stall that a turn of my Dynamax now, right? For the Max Starfall. However, I do some damage. It goes through the Protect, obviously, but it's really going to do very, very minimal damage. And there's a whole bunch of pickles. This is a pickle-free video, people. So we're going to put that little misty terrain on the field there, and I've got like one more turn of the Dynamax left, so I can hit it with a Max Starfall at full base power. I know that it's definitely not going to take it out. I'd probably need even a critical hit. I feel like it's not going to take it out. Alright, I was thinking, should I go for Max Knuckle or should I go for Max Starfall? I could go for Max Knuckle, then hit it afterwards for a Play Rough and definitely take it out, but I don't want to sustain like lots of damage. So here comes the Thunderbolt. It does alright damage to me. They're going to take some damage to the Life Orb there too. So I'm glad I got a special defense boost, right? So going for that Play Rough does a lot of damage. Almost take out the Vikavolt there. So crit would have actually done it. That would be nice to get that, but you know, it didn't happen. So I can go for Play Rough here and take it out. I can go for like any of these moves. I mean, except high horsepower, right? We'll take it out. So go for Play Rough is going to be my best option. I could go for Heavy Slam as well. I was actually looking like there's no real point actually going for like any of the like I could go. I was like thinking I could swap in. They actually could swap in the Lantern. Then I could go for high horsepower, but you know there wasn't much point them swapping in and out. So Vikavolt is going to go down. They did do a fair bit of damage to me there. So Heavy Slam is going to hit the trainer, I guess. So the last and final Pokemon is the Lantern. This has actually been a fairly long and close battle. I've really tried to claw my way back into this battle too. It's been pretty difficult. So Lantern has got a little bit high of a half health. I can definitely take that out with a high horsepower very, very easily. It depends what it's going to use against me. I've got +1 in special defense. Is this very offensive? Is it not? So I had to zoom it in there because there was a big notification on the screen. And Copperager is going to go down. Thank you for the battle assignment. It was a very, very close one there in the end. I think I almost just missed living that one. It was very, very close. Okay, let's get on to the second battle. This one was against Mr. Garcia, and we got a really, really cool team here. I'm just going to take a hit of some G Fuel there. If you're a G Fuel drinker, you can get 10% off with code SALT. The 30% is coming up in a couple of days too for those G Fuel people. Okay, so we got a really, really interesting team here. You might be able to guess what it is. Since they've only got 4 Pokemon, that kind of gives it away. It's a fossil team. And it's a hidden ability shiny fossil team. So super, super cool. So Berserker Ride isn't the greatest matchup here in the world. I mean, it can go for like a steel type move here. So that'll be pretty good. But if they did swap, it could be bad. But they're going to go for Hail instead. So it's like, okay, I'm cool with that. So let's go for the Iron Head there. And Arctozolt gets absolutely shredded. That was really, really good there. I thought that another Pokemon would actually come into that and sponge that and take me out, but it didn't happen. So it is hailing at the moment. I have taken 1 Pokemon out. So I've got 5 Pokemon, and now they've only got 3 Pokemon. So in comes the Arctovish. I was like, oh, okay, Arctovish. What set is this going to be? So I've got Iron Head, which is, you know, kind of nice. This had Tough Claws as the ability too. It didn't have like Steely Spirit or anything like that. So go for the Choice Banded Iron Head there with the Animache. In comes a special Arctozolt firing Hydro Pump. It actually turns upside down, fires the Hydro Pump upside down. I lived on 1 health, the merchant available there. I'm going to get that Iron Head off just before I go down to the Hail. But Arctivish is very bulky and is able to take that one too. Berserker goes down tail, but man, that was a very, very crazy live then. Okay, we're going to bring in Scissor. I can easily go for a bullet punch here. I thought maybe they'll expect that and go for a swap, but then again, Arctivish only has a little bit of health there. As you can see, they've only got those Pokemon there on their team. So, let's go for Bullet Punch, and let's just take it out there, and that is going to be 2 of their 4 team down. So, at the moment, I've got more Pokemon left, but there are some, like, these are some pretty scary Pokemon if they've got particular moves, like Fishious Friend or Bulk Beak. I was thinking, I think one of them's going to have one of those moves, and that could, you know, if they were running, definitely run the hitting ability sets there. If they go first, things are going to start to get really nasty, right? So, in comes Dracovish. I've got Wing Attack and X-Scissor, and yeah, they're going to do around the same sort of damage, right? This has got Technician as the ability too, if I didn't mention that already. So here comes the Scummiest Wren there, does a lot of damage. Scissor actually withstands, that's only just. Go for the X-Scissor, does well over half of Dracovish's health. So I'm pretty happy about that one. And obviously Scissor's going to go down the next turn. There's nothing really I can do here, you know, to take the Dracovish out. So I can go for Bullet Punch to get a little bit of extra damage on there. I know that it won't take it out, but I mean, I can get some extra Bullet Punch and some extra hail damage. However, they are going to Dynamax our Dracovish, so they don't want to lose their Dracovish just yet. So like, okay, all right. I actually thought their final Pokemon will actually swap in first against my Berserker. So here we go. Here's the Dynamax Dracovish, and I have to admit, all of their shinies look really, really cool. Like gray on purple works very, very well. I really like that. And the blacks, black and gray too looks really nice. So like light gray, black, sort of like black and purple kind of thing. So here comes the Max Rockfall on my Scissor, and that is actually going to set up the Sandsorb. So obviously getting that weather up for the hidden abilities of the Pokemon. So we all know that critical hit mattered, and Scissor is going to be going down. So I've got 3 more Pokemon left, and they have got 2 remaining. Now, I also haven't used my G-Max Pokemon up yet, and frankly, I didn't really want to. So the sand is actually going to suit my team very, very well down to the ground. I've got Flash Cannon, Extra Sensory, and Carmine. So I was thinking, okay, I could just go for Extra Sensory. It's not going to take it out. If I go for a Carmine and then get a Quick Claw, I might be able to do some pretty good damage. So here comes a Max Darkness. I was like, oh man, that did a lot of damage to my Bronzong, and Bronzong's going to take that one not very, very well at all. So I'm guessing that came off like Crunch or something like that. So here comes the Carmine, assuming it was all like a pure physical set. So getting a Carmine up there, boosting my defense and special attack, and I can go for Extra Sensory here. Now, I've got Extra Sensory or Shadow Ball. Both of them are going to be pretty good. Extra Sensory is going to probably do a little bit more because of Stab Blow. So, here we go. Here comes the Max Darkness on the Bronzong, and I don't get a quick activation. And Bronzong is going to faint, so not much I can do there. So now we're going to go into Aggron. I had to do a little cut there before Bronzong actually fainted as well. Now, the Dracovish is out of its Dynamax. Now, I can go for Body Press or Stone Edge. I was a little bit worried that I might miss a Stone Edge. I was like, well, if I miss a Stone Edge, this is definitely game. Like, I have to take this thing out right. So now they're going to go for a Fishious Friend here. I've got the Sturdy ability, and Aggron obviously is immune to the Sandstorm, which is going to be very lucky there. So Sturdy is going to kick in, and I'm going to get my Salic Berry boost too, enabling me to be pretty fast. But all of the hidden abilities of these Pokemon make them very fast as well. So it's probably not going to matter too much. So I'm going to sit on Dracovish for a little bit, and that is going to take it out. So I've got 2 more Pokemon left. Well, practically nearly 1, because Aggron only has like 1 health left, right? And they've got 1 more Pokemon left as well. The last Pokemon was a Dragozolt. So I thought Dragozolt would swap into the Berserker at the start, but it didn't. It is the very, very last Pokemon. So now I can go for Body Press or Stone Edge. I thought for a bit, you know what? I'll probably deny myself of getting any damage if I go for Stone Edge, because it's probably going to miss. It's going to be Stone Miss, right? And I'm going to get outsped, obviously, due to its hidden ability, and Aggron's going to go down to a Disrespect Dragon Claw. So that's fine. I've got 1 more Pokemon left, and you know what? Copperage will do pretty well against this, because it's got that ground-type move, right? And also, I haven't G-Max yet, so I've got High Horsepower and Play Rough, which are both going to be super effective, and that's going to be very, very good against this, final Fossil team. Now, I was going to ask you, Chad, if you're still watching this video, would you like an updated Fossil team? I mean, it's been a hot minute since I've done any sort of teams on the Fossil. It could be like 5 or 6 years. Just let me know if you'd like to see one again. I don't really know what I'm going to do, because there are a couple of fossils missing, or do I just do some of them? I really don't know what to do. Like, I might do maybe my favorite fossil, but then again, stuff like Rampardos isn't in the game, so I don't know. Like, let me know if you'd like to see something. Maybe I'll think about doing something, maybe like a part 1 or part 2. Anyway, so Dragozolt is going to go down a one-shot to the big old high horsepower, not horse high power. Same thing, and that, my friends, is both the battles. Hope you enjoy this one. I'll be back tomorrow with another Pokemon sweep. Enjoy your day, night. Peace out, people.